This is KATU News at 6 on your side.
Thanks a lot for joining us for KATU News at 6, everybody. I'm Steve Dunn.
And I'm Deborah Knapp. New tonight, a KATU investigation finds it may be years before Portland and Multnomah County's 911 center answers calls as quickly as it did in 2019. The number of calls has exploded in the past few years, and so has the time it takes to get an answer.
KATU investigator Wright Gazaway is tracking some positive news on those wait times. And Wright, at least one city leader is optimistic that we're past the peak now.
Steve, yeah, he is. The problem is there's been that explosion in call volume without a similar increase in call takers. That means it will likely take a while to get the answering time back down significantly. It's important to note we're talking about the very first part of the emergency response, how quickly someone picks up the phone when you call 911.
911.
911.
911.
911.
911. What is the address of the emergency?
The wait time between dialing 911 and hearing a voice on the other end of the line.
And what's your name?
What is the address of your emergency?
I need a bit more information from you. What
started spiking in Portland during the summer of 2020. It got worse over the next 2 years. The average wait time reached 64 seconds in the first 6 months of 2022. Laura Davis called 911 in June of last year and says she waited on hold for several minutes. She told us this earlier this year.
It was very frustrating. I pay a lot of money in taxes and kind of expect when there are serious situations where people are actually in danger that there should be help to be had.
I'm sending paramedics to help me now.
Data from the 911 center shows the average wait time is down to 46 seconds through the first 6 months of this year. A long way from perfect, but progress, according to Commissioner Renee Gonzalez. Gonzalez is the commissioner in charge of the 911 center.
How confident are you that the wait time has peaked and will continue to go down?
I think as long as we don't see material further increases in overall volume, I'm optimistic we're going to continue to see reduced wait times.
Optimistic, but not sugarcoating it. Just 4 years ago, it took call takers 9 seconds on average to answer 911 calls in the first 6 months of 2019. Once again, the average time was 46 seconds on average through June this year.
Is it even realistic to think Portland could get back to that?
I don't think we're going to see that in the short term. I think that we're a couple of years away from that being a plausible scenario.
Here's why. Call volume is up nearly 35% through the first 6 months of this year compared to the same period in 2019. Staffing is not. The 911 center is funded for 136 positions. 17 positions were vacant at the end of May.
All right, you're doing a really great job. Okay, they're getting closer. All right, I'm going to stay on the line with you, okay?
Call takers tell us they frequently go from call
Any weapons seen?
to call
Is there any more Narcan available?
to call
Okay, tell me exactly what is burning.
and hear frustration from almost every caller.
You mentioned that there was a knife earlier. Where is the knife?
The agency has more than 50 people in training.
The expectation for our director is he has got to continue to build that pipeline to get more people on the floor.
Okay, slapping him isn't going to help him. I want you to realize that. That's okay. You just stay online with me, all right?
The director's report shows the agency needs anywhere from 60 to 90 additional call takers to answer every 911 call within 15 seconds, depending on the month. That level of expansion is not possible. However, Gonzalez says it's time to discuss adding even more people in the 911 center if call volume continues at this level.
We're going to have to make some choices, right? Just within public safety. The hard part for electeds is we have finite resources. We have to figure out where we're going to get the most bang for the buck.
First, you would want to have the relationship box be correct, right? So
the good news, Gonzalez says nearly 20 trainees will start answering calls on their own as soon as this fall.
How far are you
Okay, how far are you from that location?
This is his message to those of you who call 911 and are left frustrated at how long it takes to get an answer.
We are committed to bringing those wait times down. We are getting some success. I mean, despite the challenges, despite the increase in volume, we are responding more quickly to 911 calls than we were a year ago, at least in terms of pickup. We're keeping the eyes on the prize. We will invest in public safety to protect this city. I'm just promising we're going to keep a focus on that.
A promise lives may depend on.
If anything changes, if the situation escalates or they leave, go ahead and give us a call back.
When emergencies happen.
All right, thank you so much.
Gonzalez says a software switch also affected answering times back in 2021. Dispatchers and call takers now spend more time with callers to get more information for first responders. The idea is it sends a more informed response. Gonzalez says it appears call takers are getting more comfortable using it. That is likely part of the reason those wait times are coming down. I'm Wright Gazaway at the Live Desk.
Right, thank you for that.